What's happening, YouTube? What's going on? And so, my name is Albert. Welcome to day 3 exploring Sam Sulek's lat pull down. This has been great because I've been nailing the lats. This is my 3rd day, and so it's about 7 in the morning, and I am gonna get to it and then explain post reps, which is so cool, man. Post reps is a way to find your sweet spot because everybody has a spot where they engage the muscle at its maximum rather than just following and going through the motion and then not knowing, like, I didn't really feel it. I come across a lot of people who do exercises, and then when I ask them the next day, are you sore? They go, no. And that's because they never got to explore that spot where the most tension is applied, and everyone's different. And so for me to copy someone else's lat pull down or bicep curl is me doing an injustice. And so I'm gonna get straight to it. Okay, so here I go. Day 3. My lats are feeling a little sore, but in a different way. And so as you can see, what I'm doing is that I'm already pulsing here, see? This is what I mean by a pulse rep. Now, right here is where I feel it. And so while I'm here, I start to position myself so that I could get that maximum lat activation. And so then over here also, I make sure that I'm using the lats only to pull down. And then once I find the sweet spot, here's the sweet spot. Then I go ahead and continue my reps from that pulse exercise that I actually just started doing. I did it with chest, I did it with deltoids, and it's fantastic. It's a fantastic way to find that sweet spot and then work it and milk it from that point. And so the sweet spot changes because when the muscle gets tired, that sweet spot changes, and so now it's up here, see? So now I'm gonna milk it up here. Oh. Yesterday I discussed that Sam Sulek's lats are developed, and so his ability to use his lats because they're developed are different than mine. And so for me to copy him and just do what he's doing, that's why I didn't feel it. Now I feel it. Now I feel it. Okay, and so what I mean by feeling it is that right now, this side, I feel like the wings are spreading on this side. I feel an automatic elevation that's happening where I can feel that the lats have been activated. So this is a really good way to get into all kinds of exercises and know that what you've done was effective without walking away saying, well, let me see if my biceps are sore, because now when I do an exercise, I already know from the exercise how I'm gonna feel the next day, and it's not a guess like, well, I hope. There's none of that here because I can already feel what it's gonna take to apply enough stimulus so that the next day, boom. So here I go. Same thing. Repeat, and I also feel, this arm feels the lat being worked. And so right there, I feel it. So I'm pulsing right here. Like I said yesterday, I feel it all the way from down here. Okay, so right there, I pulse my way to this point. And right there, I'm just gonna pulse some more. After the pulses, I do full reps. These are, it's called pulse reps. That's the name I gave it. post reps will look like this. Pulse, 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 hold, pulse backwards. Pulse, 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 pulse. And the idea is to find that spot. Right here is a spot. Look at how I'm leaning into it. So, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the wings being spread, bro. Hey, I'm spreading my wings. Yo, what a beautiful thing. So, the most important thing about what I like to convey is that typically someone that follows the rules with exercises that are, or the form, the right form, and this is not the wrong form, and that's the wrong form, but they're doing that visually. They're not asking the most important question, because I wouldn't ask whether it's the proper form or not, unless it's just obvious. Someone's just doing something really, really off. But the first question I would ask is, did you engage the muscle that you wanted to engage? Not just take a look and say, oh, that's the wrong form. Because some people, I use C.T. Fletcher as a great example. C.T. Fletcher had a problem extending his elbow all the way out. He couldn't do it because of his workout training. he could only do a bicep curl, and he had to stop right here. And so if that's his case, not me, I could go all the way out. And so in his case, when he was doing his bicep curls, oh my God, the comment section was full of, oh, no, you're not doing full range of this, you're not doing full range of that. I already knew it. Then it came the day where he said, yo, man, I had an injury and and I can't extend it. There's a lot of people that have these conditions. And now visually I'm gonna go ahead and say, oh, that's the wrong form, you're not doing it right. Instead of asking the most important question, did you fire up that muscle? The other thing on top of that is some of these guys who are so-called doing the wrong form and they're doing it wrong, they're freaking built. They freaking are showing the muscles that dictate where I shouldn't need to ask. I shouldn't be asking. Or I shouldn't be making a statement like that. I should be asking them, yo, what are your tricks? What are your pointers? What do you do? Because their freaking biceps, their arms, their chests are out to here, bro. You gotta ask those type of questions, not, oh, that's the wrong form. That's wrong. And so this is a perfect exercise that may look, what is that guy doing? Meanwhile, oh man, my wings are spreading. Oh, and it feels great. And so at the top of the month, I take a look, because this month, now that I already started, I'm gonna freaking work the lats, man. Work it and then take a look and see how it looks by the end of the month, man, and see if I develop some freaking lats that make me look, yo, bro. Next set. All right, so we're here for the second set. I'm pulsing my way back into that groove. Oh, pulsing into the groove. I love it. So the other thing about pulse reps that I like a lot is that I'm not gonna do a lot. The way I do pulse reps with a bicep curl, after 2 reps, I have to stop because the pulsing is so intense. And it's so intense that it's not like 1, 2, 3. It's not like that. It's really going through every single step. I'm actually getting into the frame of the muscle. Like each frame right here, I'm visiting each frame. That's a nice way to say it. I'm visiting each frame of the muscle, and each frame is different. Like right here is where I'm feeling it now. And the last time I did it, it was lower, it was down here. But now I'm feeling it up here. Got it. Cool. Okay, so now I can go ahead and do the close reps. I mean, the full reps. I like this. Whoa, that was quick. So, thank you, Sam Sulek. This is what I call a real student, where I take something like that Sam Sulek lat pull down, which is months and months ago, and I'm still exploring it. This is what I consider a really good student, that I looked at his video and I'm learning from Sam Sulek. And I'm applying my own, I'm applying my own ways too, as 60-year-old, as a 60-year-old, to apply ways so that I can engage the muscles in the way I like to work out, which is going to be my next source of topic right here. My point of discussion is that I have an entire different reason for exercising. I have an entire different reason for exercising than the average person, which makes a great topic. So this is not it, man. After it's 7 in the morning, like, I don't know, 7 something, right? This is not it. By the afternoon sometime, I do more. I do more. Okay, see here I'm feeling great activation. Oh yes. Yes, right there. Got it. So on this side, the lat muscle, I feel it lower than this side. Like the beginning of the muscle happens down here for my left side, not my right side. So I talked about the right and wrong. I talked about the right and wrong exercise, which is an injustice to the person who's doing that. Super injustice. See here, I feel the muscle down here. So I got a feeling I'm able to engage my lats with my left side a lot better than my right, because I feel it here a lot more than my right. So when I go home, I'll be hitting the pull-ups to follow up on this. Then after the pull-ups, these lat pull downs, then I can make it a serious month of lats, man. Okay, so let me see. Let's see. Yep. Okay, man. The wings are being spread, baby. The wings are being spread. Yeah. So another thing that I like to just go over is that a lot of people, they work out for visual reasons. And that's fine as a bodybuilder, or you just want to like have something that is appealing, like 6-pack abs, or you want to have big biceps and you want that visual appeal. That's what I wanted before. Now I want is capability skills, because I play with kids. If anyone knows a 5-year-old, 6-year-old kids, they're non-stop, they're running, they're jumping, they're hopping. And so I take kids to a playground. It's called Harborland, where there's slides and swings and platforms to jump on, and bouncing, these trampolines that you bounce and jump over stuff like that. 2 hours with these kids, man. And so from that type of exercise, it's freaking no freaking joke. So I exercise so that I can increase my capability skills in order to keep up with these kids. And then what I'm doing here is that I'm doing exercises across the board. And then what I do is that at the top of the month, I take a look just to see how this 60-year-old is coming along, right? How do I sound? How do I look? What do I need to like maybe work on? What kind of exercises should I get into? Like this exercise right here brought me to something that I have the skin that, see the skin under here? I have it here and I also have it here. And under the chest, it looks ugly for me. And I'm doing chest exercises to see if I can minimize it, which it has, because before it was a lot. But I was thinking that if when the lats spread, you're gonna see it less. Because the lats, when they develop this way, it'll occupy the skin that's hanging. And so I'm thinking bigger chest. And the chest is cool, man, but I'm like 145 pounds, so I don't know how much of a freaking chest I could get or that I want, because I don't want that bulky thing. I don't want to bulk up. But if my wings could like expand itself and they end up like this more, then the skin won't sag as much as it sags, because now I have wider lats. You know what I'm talking about? So each time I approach the exercise, I almost position myself in a different way because I have to. Because the lat's telling me to move that way. It's not me doing it. It's not me deciding. It's the lats telling me, yo, lean over and pull, allow the lats to pull down. And I'm also getting right here, holding it. And I'm getting a little swing into it, because the lats are telling me to do that. I'm not counting, because counting messes with my mind. If I was counting to like 15, there's something mentally where I get to 14, I tire out. So I don't count at all. So it could be a total imbalance between what I'm doing, between the left and the right, but I don't care. Because the muscle needs to speak to me. Not that I kind of dictate what the muscle ought to do. The muscle tells me what to do. Which, if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. If you had to run away from, let's say, example, right? You had to run from a lion. You're not gonna stop because you freaking did a certain amount. You know, a mental amount. Let me see, I ran, you know, I'm supposed to do 150 minutes of cardio, and so I ran from this lion, you know, 149 minutes. Let me stop in the next minute because that's it. It's a dumb example maybe, but what I'm trying to say is that you ought to stop within when your capability just can't go anymore. Maybe running from the lion is a good idea to use, because you're not gonna stop. You're not gonna stop because you know the lion's gonna eat you. So you're gonna run and run and run and run and run and run and run to save your own life. So how much can you run? A lot. But when that moment comes where your muscles can't keep up, they're gonna naturally slow down, and the lion's faster than you. He's gonna catch up to you. So my point is I've always said that counting reps, 12 rep max is for me a bunch of nonsense, man. It's total nonsense. Because I jerked myself each time I counted, that's why. Okay, so yesterday's video was 12 minutes because my lats were already shot. I already did a whole bunch of reps before I said, oh, let me record this. This is a really good thing to record so that I can keep a record of these lat exercises that I ought to, like, because I do my homework and I watch the video closely to see how I sound and how I'm going about, which helps my future workouts. I turn to a lot of my old videos to see what I was saying, what I was doing, what page I was on. And then what I do is that I revisit these exercises and I go, wow, let me see within me doing all these other exercises if I got better at that one that I used to do. Because there's too many exercises for me to to rotate properly. So I give them up. Like I did a push-up challenge for over a year. I had to give that up. I revisit it every once in a while, like once a month. And so the most important thing for me to say right now is thank you, Sam Sulek, and my wings are freaking red. I'm ready to fly, bro. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I'm sweating. Lat activation is good. Today's gonna be a big lat day. I can feel it. It's gonna be a big lat day. Yep, for sure. My left lats are more developed than my right. I can feel it, the muscle and the way it's shaped a lot better on this side than this side. And so I don't believe in muscle imbalances either, because we are imbalanced by nature. Your left side may be righter than your right side because the organs and a lot of the way your body is put together, it's not even. You know, the way things are, I don't think it's even. Also, we have dominant areas. I'm gonna talk about that next. Oh my God. I'm watching this kid, right? Because I observe children very closely so I can learn from them. And I'm with this child, she's 2 years old, she's leg dominant. Her legs are freaking so muscular already at 2 years old. And she's doing things, and I'm watching her against other kids, and she's jumping off of platforms that other kids bigger than her and older than her can't do. And so this child is leg dominant. The other, her brother is what do you call that? Is more of an athletic. He's more overall athletic, very light. He's very light, could run very, very fast. He's very, very slim. And so this guy's overall athletic. His strength capabilities are not there because they're not supposed to be there. Because he's just not made that way. He's not wired that way. My lats are feeling great, so this is a great thing for me to cover. That, you know, a lot of us, we want certain things, but we can't get them because we're not dominant in those areas. Like there's some people with just a flat ass, and so sorry, you can't do anything about it. And then there's a lot of people with nice round asses, and they're giving themselves credit like they did it. They didn't do it. They were born that way. Their genetics are whatever, and they're born with a nice round butt. And so people work hard to get it, and they could get as close as enough through exercise, but they may not be able to achieve it because they're just not cut out that way. And so I noticed that there's certain areas that are freaking just prominent for me. Like my core area is prominent. It's so prominent. My core is so freaking, oh my God. My legs sometimes, and then my upper body is really good. So I am more upper prone, core, and legs at times. But I'm not a runner, although I got better at running. And so I can see that. And so what I do is that I work with what I got accordingly. So I should be more athletic in that sense. I shouldn't be like a strength dude because that's not the way I was born. The same way like the kid, the skinny kid, he shouldn't be into powerlifting, but his sister is going in that direction. You can see it in her legs. You can see it in the power that she has. And so she's being steered. So for the skinny one to want to be like his sister and say, I want to powerlift, he's already going in such a wrong direction. And so this is very important because a lot of people want things that they're just not cut out to have. There's just some people that can't. Like I have, for me, a very nice looking bicep. But I always did, and always been told that. Even when I wasn't really training a lot, they were like, wow, your biceps. But now the stomach area, the chest area, but that's what I have. So now what I do is that I freaking go ahead and work arms. I do what I can with the chest so that it looks maybe as good as possible. I find a pose that, you know, can make it look better, which is nice. Then my legs are they always look nice. And there's times where I feel that I have energy transfers, depending. The energy transfer means that there's just one day that I already know that today's leg day for sure, because I feel it. It's not Monday's leg day and then Wednesday and do it like that. So freaking silly for me. I can already feel, like right now, I feel like it ought to be a leg day. So what I'm gonna do is find a way to freaking run around, jump, hop, skip, or do something with the legs, because I feel it. I feel that, not because it's scheduled or because someone told me let's do legs today. No, if I can already feel where my legs are just not gonna be something that I ought to mess with. And so I turn to another body part. The body part tells me, not that I tell the body part. So my body gives me cravings. My body, my own system has its own cravings, which I satisfy for it. These body cravings to exercise a certain ways is no different than wanting a certain type of food or having a craving for a certain type of thing. Oh, it's a holiday. That's why there's freaking noise going on. Yeah, I feel it all the way down here. Ugh. Okay, so this workout is almost to a close, coming to a nice close. Exploring the Sam Sulek lat pull down. So by the way, over there, I'm doing these guys, but I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead and do that maybe after breakfast. I'm doing pull down straight down, so I'll activate the lats straight forward, but the way the camera's set up, you're gonna see my freaking backside, man. I'm not gonna be able to do it right here, but this is just for me to report. Now I'm gonna do pull downs this way, like this. Pull downs this way. So here it is. Here's the exercise I was talking about. I'm done.